Good afternoon, Facebook family and YouTube family and friends. We didn't record this part, but Friday I went to Walmart and bought some red wigglers because it was almost sundown. This is my compost bucket that I keep my scrap food in, and I had scraps in there because we come and put them in here in the little blue thing there. Because if you look over there, you'll see the tumbler is almost to the ground, our worm tumbler. We got to get it fixed, and we got some youth kids coming and gonna help us rebuild the stand on that soon, hopefully, and we can restock that one because it was so low to the ground. The lizards got a hold of it, and or other ones. And we had a nice big indigo snake come up the yard. That was hilarious. I wished I would have had a camera on that one, but I'd just shut the door of the house, was getting in the vehicle into Freedom Rose, and it came up the driveway and hit the house door and turned that way in front of the house, and I'm sure it's in here somewhere, so hopefully, Lord willing, we don't come across it today. If we do, you'll hear a scream, and I apologize ahead of time. But we're going to see how well. Yes, I taped it down because we kept this bucket over since Friday night, all day yesterday, in my kitchen sink, just in case the worms decided to come up, and we decided to tape it but there are holes in here, and we don't seem to have any worms even up here. If you look, there's no worms even up here, so they all are down here, and I'm sure they're enjoying the food. So we're gonna take this off and see what we got. We got some dirt in here. This is a moist, and it's still wet. Look at that. It even got the cardboard wet, honey. Look at that, guys. The dirt's there, so we'll see if we can find some worms. Here, I'll put it down here so you can put it in the compost. Let's see. I put this on top because I had the food is down here, as we'll see. And we put this on there, but look at this is all wet. So we're going to put all this in there, and we'll put this in there. Oh, look at there. Worms. And they're still alive. They're not liking the sun. We all know that worms don't like sun. So, looky there. We did a good job, honey. They decided they liked the food.
Evidently.
So, I'm hoping I'm not putting any worms in there. Why don't you go take the lid off of there? Even the bedding that they came in. This is, we just dumped them in. Oh, didn't mean to grab the worm, but come on. I just wanted to show you that this is the dirt that they came in from the containers. We just didn't want to leave them in their little plastic containers. So they must be liking the food. So look at that. They went down. Oh, they're down in there. Some of them are here on the top still. Look at that. Look at these ones down over here. Oh yeah, see, they're making their way. They're going to like this. So, just making sure that most of them are still alive. Here, you want to get it up close? Oh, look at that one jump. Nice fat red wigglers. It's good that they've gone down to where the food is. I'm trying to show you some of the food scraps. But all I'm getting is the worms. Don't worry, this is a flour bag. I'm sure there are a whole bunch are in there. You can feel them in there. Let's dump them out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They love the flour. Oh, look at that, honey. Look at that, guys.
Oh, yeah.
They love the flour. Look. Oh, they're all in there. Wow. Come on, people. I know worms aren't people, but come on, guys. I probably should name my worms, but we won't name all of them. If you have a suggestion that I should call the worms besides wormies, give me a shout out. So we'll put that in with the compost pile in there, and it's wet. Look at that. It's amazing. They just absolutely love that. That is flour that is coming out. All right, let's go show them the where we're gonna put them. Can you do it one-handed?
I think so.
Or do you want me here? Sorry guys about the movement. Oh, Alright, well, I'll show you the worms up close while he's getting that ready. Look at him move. I think they kind of liked it in here in the house. I like it when they're moving. But yeah, get the
spider web out of the way, right?
big old spider web join us. This is about the third time we've had to remove Mr. Spiderweb. Don't worry, that's not really wood, that's vines, but I guess technically it is, but it's vines from all this over here. And this is our other compost pile that's tending to grow things. We're going to have to take the weeds out on there and put them back in the compost pile. Willie's like, "Ooh, I want to get in here. I want to investigate." But we're wondering if that's where Mr. Indigo Snake is at. He's a nice big black snake, so he's supposed to be good for you. Willie, what you finding? All right, Mr. Kit, can you do it? Can you take it with one hand? Here, take this and go show him the thing.
Sorry. Anyway, this is our, well, it's an old trash can basically that we turned into the compost bucket. And even though it doesn't look like there's a lot in there now, that's because the food and scraps that keep getting put in there, the worms keep eating. So it's down there because it was actually a good bit higher above that than it was the last time I looked. So
use that piece of wood that you had and stir it up a little bit. Show me
okay.
Let's see if there's any other critters in there.
So let's see if anything goes on down there. Oops. You can see a little bit some of the glare from the sun there, but you can tell a little bit down there. Stuff further down is where the worms and stuff have been breaking it down. So. I'm not seeing them, but like I said, they could be, you know, further down or something that I'm getting, but you can tell at least a little bit there of what they're up to.
Well, take it by one hand and put that in there.
Oops, let me get the handle. Let's see what
come here, honey, for just a second.
Hmm?
Let me open up show them. This is crushed eggshells that we will be putting in there. And I want to show the difference because these are brown organic eggs from our young girl down the street. I call her Chicken Girl in the Breakfast Club. And so these are the brown eggs, crushed up. And these are white store-bought ones. And you can see the difference. And I did crush them up in the coffee grinder, but it's just a little to see. We're going to try to, when we dump them in, we're going to try to put the brown these ones on one side and then these ones on the other side. And technically, yes, they are the same amount, even though this one's it's longer, but it's shallower than this one. I did measure so that we can do the experiment properly. So I'll let Mr. Kit take these and go dump them out.
A few little pieces of paper stuck in there, but
Oh, yeah, having paper stuck in there is fine. We just want worms left in there.
yeah.
And we'll put some more stuff in there. And here's the white ones, so dump them on one side.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the brown ones. and then put this on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can hand me back the video when you get done.
Okay.
Give me the video. Now it's back to Miss Kathy. Mr. Kit's gonna go get some water. Here, put that little bit in there. Not go get that bucket of water, that little bit of water, and pour on top. He's gonna go get some water and put it on top in there. And we're gonna see, and we have some hay that we need to go and put on top of there and stuff too. So we'll see how it goes. So I hope you all are blessed. And Hurricane Florence hit the Carolinas, and it's almost over. And my brother-in-law in South Carolina said he got just a lot of rain, and him and the family are safe up there. So that's good to hear. And it's going to rain this afternoon, hence that's why we're not putting a whole lot of water in there, because there's a little bit of air holes in the top of the thing, but we keep the rock there on top of the lid to keep other critters from getting the food and getting in there and getting that stuff. So we will be checking in maybe a week or 2 weeks to see how the worms are enjoying their food in their new home, and we'll update you if we get the tumbler fixed within a few weeks. But Mr. Kit, you want to grab that hay bale and put it on top? You can put the lid on the bucket.
Okay. Did you want that stuff in there first?
No, this can go over there. Because we've got enough paper, I think, already in there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Willie and Lily say hi. Hi, huh? It's a hot day in Florida. Isn't it, Willie boy? What you doing, Willie? I know you want to get in there. That's why we have to keep this, to keep him out. Her, not so much. She's not the curious one. He's the one that wants to get in and investigate and chase after the lizards and whatever critters that come about. Huh, Willie boy? Don't you, Willie boy? Yeah. So, here's Mr. Kit getting the bale of hay. Make sure Mr. Snake doesn't come out. I would put the lid on first, honey, before you go grab that.
Do what?
Put the lid back on the tumbler. Or the... I don't want to call... I keep calling it the worm tumbler, but it's not... It's the compost bin. So that we don't lose it when we bury the stuff. And go ahead and pour this on the pile, and leave the box out there too.
Uh-huh.
You can just put that up there. Yeah, save the box. Yeah, we'll use it. We'll put some more newspaper and stuff in there and then bring it out every week. Is the bale still in one piece?
Not for long enough.
Friends of ours brought it over, and all that rain we've got has made it from a nice golden brown, a nice color, to wet and moist. So it should really help the compost pile. Yep. Here, let me get a close up. Yeah, it's nice and moist. Just put it right on top, honey. Well, we've almost got 15 minutes, so I don't want to bore you guys, but that's what we're doing. We're going to take the hay now and just layer it over top. So we will catch you guys later. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you're watching the whole thing because I can't turn it off.